Leadership means being current in your communication strategy. How do you communicate? Are you digitally up to speed? Have your team left you behind? Are you dragging them back to the email age? Digital systems rolled out across the world. There are countries who never installed landlines into homes and businesses. Why would you install a phone system into your business now? The landline has all but become obsolete. And then the business letter and hard copy business letterhead are almost in the same bucket. Formal documents are now digital, watermarks sent as a PDF, and branding is all digital too. You print only if necessary. I have worked in 4 different sites as a leader in the last 8 years, and I could not tell you the landline number nor the postal address of any of them. My next suggestion is one that may cause a bigger outcry. Is email nearing extinction? In the same leadership role until we moved online, I hadn't sent an email to my staff at all. We were a new team and had worked together for 7 months. Not one email. Previously, unless we were communicating formally with the corporate office, we never sent emails beyond a performance management document. Our community do not send emails. They message in school messaging tools or via SMS. They call in or they come in. And generally they don't make appointments for that either. The official means of communication from our governing body is Twitter. The country I live in has a Twitter account, and the country's leaders share official messages from here or via the newspaper, online, or via Facebook. Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand has a Facebook page, posts a Facebook live video 2 or 3 times a week, and uses the newspaper and face-to-face communication and media conferences. On occasion I receive a party political email from her. She is known to the world because of her communication around the country's actions. Of course, the government communicates officially via email for important business and formal documents, but if the best performing governments of the world operate through messaging and social media, should we really look at our processes and communication pathways? Is email simply there as a record for documents? Or is it for old school thinking? Are we in touch with how the world operates? A staff member recently said, "When I start to receive messages via email, I feel like you're making a documented file on me. Can't you just message me?" So let's say an email is for documents for performance management and old school thinking. Then why do some of us shy away from communicating via message and only officially and not through communication apps? Number 1, we're too old to work this way. Number 2, we're unfamiliar and we lack an experience or confidence with these apps and digital communication. And 3, there are no rules or norms or expectations, and so we say it's not appropriate and it's an informal medium. Look at the profile of your staff. Are they older or younger? Are they digital natives? The age and experience profile of your staff may indicate how you should be communicating. Have you trained yourself or your staff in messaging apps and tools? Without a skill base and transparent understandings, this can result in poor quality communication, under-communicating about the important things, and people feeling overwhelmed. And this usually results in over-messaging. The important stuff gets lost in the crowd. It comes back to understanding your team, your community, and thinking strategically. Without this, we create pressure points of communication. If you're not strategic, if you haven't thought about how to communicate, when to communicate, if you're not timely about getting communication messages out, the impact becomes a frenzy of messages and results in staff who are frustrated and stressed, doing last-minute jobs, working longer hours, and calling people in when they really don't need to be. Longer meetings, more messages, and a vicious cycle of the need for greater strategic communication. Do you manage communication? Do you talk about communication with your team? How do you communicate? Do you own the communication in your school or in your building? Do you have norms, processes, and systems for your team and for yourself? Do you have a process or a routine or a way of working and managing communication that comes to you? Like, when do you clear your emails? Do you have a set time a couple of times during the day? And then what do you do with your emails? How often do you check? Do you have a clear understanding of what you send by email and what you send by messaging? Is the communication because of your leadership? Do you have a one-way messaging system set up in your WhatsApp groups, allowing yourself to send messages and not be open to replies? Does your leadership communication need a digital upgrade? FYI, 99% of people have phones as their central communication tool. It is accessible almost instantly. Phones are in our pockets and they can do more than our computers and laptops ever will. You carry a powerful tool in your pocket. Why would you ignore this accessibility? Managing your accessibility and being over-accessible is another conversation altogether. I suggest that most digital communication problems arise because of the absence of communication norms, or leadership that allow themselves to deviate from these, and others who ignore them. Have you established them? Are they clear? What are they? Does everyone know them? Are they really followed? Communication isn't just what we are saying. Challenges arise more because of the how of communication, the tools we use, and the rules with these. How current is your communication strategy? I ask again, are you ready for a digital communication upgrade? Is your communication strategy current? And is the communication problem because of your leadership?